Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes were relentlessly reminded in the 2022 Formula One season what it feels like to lose. Meanwhile, it was Max Verstappen who captured his second consecutive world title, but Hamilton warns that staying at the top once it is achieved is not so easy. Defeat in Abu Dhabi in 2021 brought an end to a long string of world titles for Mercedes and Hamilton. Although the constructors' title still went to the German racetrack, the team experienced that as cold comfort. This was followed by Mercedes' worst season since before the introduction of hybrid engines. Hamilton, however, refuses to see last season as a disappointment, and instead has come to realize that he has come to see victories as normal. We had had so many successes before that, it felt a bit empty. We won, but we saw that coming. That's weird because it's actually such a great thing, the Mercedes driver told Bild. At the same time, there is a disguised warning for Verstappen hidden in there. I know how hard it is to get to the top and stay there, the Brit says. His goal, therefore, is to get back on the top with Mercedes and challenge Red Bull Racing and Ferrari in 2023. Hamilton finished 6th in the 2022 F1 standings and had to watch Verstappen capture a second consecutive title, while the Brit himself is still chasing the record of 8 world titles. Currently, he still shares the record for most titles with Michael Schumacher. That the relationship between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton is not optimal is obvious. Last year's title denouement really took its toll on the British driver, and the 7-time champion can only pronounce the Dutchman's name with difficulty. It is probably the greatest rivalry in the modern history of the premier class, Verstappen and Hamilton. The two gentlemen ensured that the title fight in 2021 was enormously intense, exciting, and entertaining. In the end, there had to be a winner, and it was Verstappen, who managed to take his first world title in Abu Dhabi. For Hamilton, it meant he could not credit his 8th title, and that presumably still bothers him. Verstappen, however, thinks no differently about Hamilton and still has enormous respect for the Briton. He told the Daily Mail, "People have told me he doesn't use my name. I was always taught that you have to respect what people have achieved in the sport. I have no problem with what Lewis has achieved. He is one of the best ever," Verstappen said. It is often argued that Hamilton simply drove around in the best car, but Verstappen doesn't want to go along with that. "I know it's not just the car he drove in. That helps. We all know that. But you still have to beat your teammate, and Lewis has done that consistently. I think you also have to recognize that the person has done a great job," the 2-time champion opined. Hamilton has been unable to play a significant role in the battle for the title in 2022, thanks in part to the W13. Nevertheless, the German team has been getting closer and closer to the Austrians and Ferrari in the last few races. The goal of the German team is to also get back into the battle for the championship, and should the W14 have the speed, we may be able to enjoy a few more battles between the champions in the future.